really quick, I'm going to show you this, how the trees are fibers, and for some reason this shows the true color. A big chunk of this just fell off. Big part of the grain. This is the way the fibers are right here. See? Hold on a second. You see it's nothing but wood. Okay, so we're gonna go down over here and I'll show you a little more. Okay? See here. And at an angle. Okay? All this, everything. This whole mountain in a 100-mile radius. And right over here. See, this looks just like freshly chopped wood. Peeled a piece off of there. This is what we see. This is the wood. See that? That's just got the moss on it. All this here, all the way back up in here. I'll show you that in a second. Come right here. Let me see. We'll peel a piece off here. It's just wood. It's so crazy. All this. And then you go right over here. See? This is the fresh stuff. This is what we see. Gosh, you grew. Over here. It's part of the source tree. Where's Ken?
I'm right here.
Where at? Oh, so that's one guy. And this is Ken. A couple guys that, my subscribers that came over from Minnesota. And they're spending a few days here with me. But all this, as far back as the eye can see, is the same thing that's here. All of it. All of it. And then you'll have massive pockets of sap. And then you have, this is part of the bark, this is wood. All the mica is wood. I'll do a video on that. Let me see here. Oh, I can't get to that. That's Deontay. But they traveled all the way from Minnesota here to see it. So what do you think of it, man?
Crazy.
It's crazy?
Outstanding.
Outstanding, yeah. There's the source tree. Really quick. Yeah, these guys are really cool guys, man. They are so glad they came. They are just floored. Okay, just want to show you. And when I do the video on the quartz, the quartz, the mica, and the gold, it's going to be my final chapter. It's going to be a long one, and it's going to blow your mind. You see this? It's incredible. Wood is like fibers. See here. All this. Everything I've shown in every one of my videos. The mountains. And it's not just here. It's worldwide. You see, this don't have the moss on it. Alright, we're gonna end it there. I just wanted to show you that. It's pretty incredible. Everything I showed you generally looks like this or like this. But once you break it apart, you see the wood. All of it. Alright guys, thanks for watching.
The first reading is taken from the book of Enoch. And after these fragrant odors, as I looked towards the north over the mountains, I saw 7 mountains full of choice nard and fragrant trees and cinnamon and pepper. And thence I went over the summits of all these mountains, far towards the east of the earth, and passed above the Yggdrasil sea, and went far from it, and passed over the angel Zotiel. And I came to the garden of righteousness, and saw beyond those trees many large trees, growing there, and of goodly fragrance, large and very beautiful, and glorious, and the tree of wisdom whereof they eat, and know great wisdom. That tree is in the height like the fir, and its leaves are like those of the carob tree, and its fruits is like the clusters of the vine, very beautiful, and the fragrance of the trees penetrates afar. Then I said, how beautiful is the tree, and how attractive is its look. Then Raphael, the holy angel, who was with me, answered me and said, this is the tree of wisdom, of which thy father old in years, and thy aged mother, who were before thee, have eaten, and they learnt wisdom, and their eyes were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they were driven out of the gardens. And from thence I went to the end of the earth, and saw their great beasts, and each different from the other. And I saw birds also differing in appearance, and beauty and voice, the one differing from the other. And to the east of those beasts I saw the ends of the earth, whereon the heavens rest, portal of the heavens open. And I saw how the stars of the heaven come forth, and I counted the portals, out of which they proceed, and wrote down all their outlets of each individual star by itself, according to their number and their names, their courses and their positions, and their times and their months, as Uriel, the holy angel, who was with me, showed me. He showed all things to me, and wrote them down for me. Also their names he wrote for me, and their laws and their companies. The second reading will explain how the trees were cut down, and is taken from Ezekiel chapter 31, verse 10 to verse 18. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, because thou hast lifted up thyself in height, and he had shut up his top among the thick boughs, and his heart is lifted up in his heights. I have therefore delivered him into the hand of the mighty one of the heathen. He shall surely deal with him. I have driven him out for his wickedness, and the strangers, the terrible of the nations, have cut him off, and have left him unto the mountains, and in all the valleys his branches are fallen, and his boughs are broken by the rivers of the land, and all the people of the earth are gone down from his shadow, and have left him. Upon his ruin shall the fowls of the heaven remain, and all the beasts of the field shall be upon his branches, to the end that none of all the trees by the waters exalt themselves for their height, neither shoot up their top among the thick boughs, neither their trees stand up in their height, all that drink water, for they are all delivered unto death, to the nether parts of the earth, in the midst of the children of men, with them that go down to the pit. Thus saith the Lord God, in the day when he went down to the grave, I caused a mourning. I covered the deep for him, and I restrained the floods thereof, and the great waters were stayed, and I caused Lebanon to mourn for him, and all the trees of the field fainted for him. I made the nations to shake at the sound of his fall, when I cast down to hell with him that descend into the pit. And all the trees of Eden, the choice and best Lebanon, all that drink water, shall be comforted in the nether parts of the earth. After the fall of the tree, it is prophesied in 1 Enoch chapter 25, and as for their fragrant tree, no mortal is permitted to touch it till the great judgment. It shall then be given to the righteous and holy. Its fruit shall be for food to the elect. It shall be transplanted to the holy place. The stories of the great biblical tree.